All right. Are we live? I think we are live. We are live. What is up, YouTube? It has been a long time since I posted. And a lot has changed. Mainly my babies are here with me. We here full time with daddy. So if you all have been following me for since the beginning, then you already know who these two are. This is Ethan and Moriah, my beautiful son and daughter, my bride and joy. And yeah, we are going to learn how to code this summer because they both have been showing extreme interest in coding. So before we even get started, make sure that you like this stream. If you know any kids who want to learn how to code this summer, have them feel free to come watch this stream because I think we might do this every day, at least twice a week. And the goal is by the end of the summer, these two are going to have app written. And we have Kelly, longtime followers. She says, hi, Jerome, Ethan, and Moriah. Say hi, Miss Kelly.
Hi, Miss Kelly. My name's Ethan. No, my name.
You are sick.
No, I'm
following for a long, long time. She's seen y'all. She pretty much seen y'all grow.
Have a good day. And I am 8. Have a good day too.
That's fun.
Enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Aww. All right, cool. So, on this first live stream, what we're going to basically do, what is coding? The babies have been asking me, like, what it is that I'm squeezing my bad. They've been asking, like, what it is that I do. And when I say I'm writing apps, what does that mean? Et cetera, et cetera. So, like, during this time, I'm trying to figure out why this camera stream is not, it's not really working. But anyway, so we're going to talk about basically what is coding, what is computer science, what it is that daddy does. And then we're going to talk about stuff that y'all want to do this summer, make some games and whatnot. And we're going to do some demonstrations. So I guess first, Moriah, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Moriah, and I'm 6.
Okay. And what do you want to learn this summer when it comes to coding? Like, what would you like to do?
I want to learn science.
You want to do something sciencey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my baby.
Where you get those little things that are the little jar things and you make stuff. Those.
Oh, you talking about like chemistry? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you are your daddy's daughter. Okay. Ethan?
Hi, my name is Ethan, and I'm 8, and I want to write some dinosaur games, dinosaur videos, and I'm going to do some dinosaur videos about teaching people about dinosaurs.
Actually, you want to make a dinosaur app, like a dinosaur, like encyclopedia app?
Well, those 3 things I want to do.
All right, cool. That's a bet. All right, so when daddy tells you that I write apps, what do you picture? What does that mean to you?
Wait, you write something on a paper and then you copy it on the computer.
I do that sometimes, but what about you, Ethan?
Well, when you're writing apps, I'm thinking like when you're writing apps, you're like writing apps, and then once you're done writing apps, it like goes to the app store so people can watch it or something.
Yeah, that's pretty
so
on par.
So are right, and daddy does that like kind of.
That's funny. So yeah, so amongst all the things that I do, because app development and programming is a really big sphere. So picture, okay, right now you're looking at the screen and you see we're on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
The YouTube, this is an app. This is what's called a web app, okay? And it's a web app because we are on the website. You see that we're on a website right here, right? Mm-hmm. So a web app is an app that you get to when you go to a website, okay? A mobile app is an app that you get when you download it on the App Store, okay? And then a desktop app is something that you download on the computer. Okay. Does that make sense? But all three of those are apps. They're just different classifications of apps. All right. So what Daddy is he is a full stack web and mobile app developer. So what that means is I write mobile apps and I write web apps. It's exciting. I know, exciting for me too. All right. So I write mobile apps and I write web apps. Okay. So I would do things like work on this YouTube app and have it so that you can use the camera. See, you can see we have people talking to us in real time right here on the right on this chat. We see that we have these many people who are watching us. These many people have liked the video. We can do things like hit the share button and then the dialogue will pop up and you see we can go to Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, etc., etc.
The share button.
I just did. And that's what came up. So all that is what's called function app functionality. So what Daddy would do is not only would he write the code where you can see it, like how it just popped up and you could see everything, but Daddy would also write the stuff that you don't see in the background that actually makes it work. So that's what it means by full stack. Okay. Now, if I only did the stuff that is visual, the only stuff that you can see, then that would be called a front end developer. Okay. Because it's on the front where you can see it. Okay. The stuff that you can't see on the back, that's called the back end. That's what's a back end developer. So some people are back end developers, some people are front end developers, and then you have people who are what are called full. I am a full stack developer.
What is that?
A full stack means I do the front end and I do the back end. I do the full stack.
I want to do full stack too.
Oh, we got Uncle Hedgie is up in here. What's up, Gino? Kinky Curly thought today. Oh my God, they're so big. And it's Taylor Alexis on my backup account. It's Aunt Tay. So say what's up, Aunt Tay. Say what's up, Uncle Gino.
What's up? Look how many people love our videos.
I know people are liking this. I know.
Look how much people laugh.
We seen the black king and black queen learning how to code out here in this field. Now let's go back. All right. I know you loving this, Moriah. All right. So Daddy is what's called a full stack developer. Okay. Now your Aunt Tay, she does front end code. So she will do all the stuff that makes it look pretty because, you know, Daddy, even though I can do front end, I do front end, you know, I'm like a red mage. You feel me? So in Final Fantasy, you got the black mage. Listen to me. Calm down. We got the black mage that can do all like the fire, Faraga, Blizzaga and stuff. Then you have the white mage who can do like cure spells, protection spells. You got like the red mage. You can do a little bit of both, but he's not as good as somebody who specializes in one or specializes in the other. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So imagine you have a pipe, right? And the pipe splits. All right. Daddy is a full stack developer. I can take the information and I can do both. But the flow is not going to be as big as somebody who just has a straight pipe on the back end or a straight pipe in the front end. Does that make sense?
You mean like lava melted apart?
I know. You're hilarious, Moriah. All right, cool. So what we're going to learn is we're going to do some front end development because you all are very creative, visual people. Now, Ethan, I was your age when I learned how to code. Okay.
When did you start learning?
I started learning when I was 8. And let me tell you how I learned.
What? Yeah. I thought you meant like you knew how to do it when you were 8.
No, I started learning when I was your age. And actually, I'm going to tell you the story. So I was at G's house, right, when I was a kid.
You mean Gigi's or Ray?
No, I mean G, my mom. You're G. So I was Ethan's age. And at the time, G was in college. And she was learning some engineering and like business. She's a project manager now. So she like manages the engineers. But I'll get into that later. So long story short, I was acting up, doing something I wasn't supposed to do. And she told me that I needed to clean the bookshelf. We had a bookshelf that had all the books and stuff on there. So I threw a temper tantrum and I knocked off all the books. And the book that fell on top was Deedle and Deedle, second E Java. I remember it because it's still at G's house. I'm gonna have to show it to you. And the cover of the book kind of looked like a comic book. So when I picked it up, I thought it was cool looking, and I'm starting to read it, and it's talking about how I can make video games, and I was like, what? I want to make video games. I have my N64 and stuff like that. So I read the book, and we already had the computer, and I just followed along, and I taught myself how to code. And it was completely by accident.
I get it.
So,
and Daddy?
What's up?
Well, wait. Was knocking the books down by accident?
No, I knocked the books down on purpose.
Why?
Because I was being bad. That's the moral of the story. But
You're
out of
always
something
bad when you see me. You're bad.
Girl, quit telling all me. All right.
Excuse me.
Wait a minute, hold up. Oh, we got people who are saying stuff in the chat. We got
even more followers.
What's that? DVL Ted. You guys are cool, full support. Appreciate you. Thank you. And then Ross Mickens says, good evening. Good evening. How are y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 1 of Summer Coding with the Parkers. And look, Moriah, you loving this, ain't you? You're loving this. I can tell. This is the performer.
Someday I'm gonna do my father's job.
You're gonna do my job? I get to sit back and retire? You gonna code for me?
Yeah. And guess what? You get to be my follower, and you can get it as much.
Really?
But I think before you do that, I think you should learn more.
Yeah. Y'all got plenty of time to learn. That's actually what we're doing now.
Wait. But actually, instead of learning,
thank you, Ross. I appreciate you. You feel you? I did. Look, but the reason why I haven't, the reason why I had stopped posting as often is because, I was honestly just in my feelings. I didn't have my babies with me. Like, I went from having them every day to them being ripped away from me. And we missed each other, and now they're here, and it's just my creative energy has just come back 100-fold. And when they said they want to learn how to code, I was like, perfect, we're gonna do this.
But it was actually Daddy's idea. We're gonna do this
because I was working and you were asking me what I was doing, and then I was telling you can make dinosaur games on the Oculus.
Okay.
You remember that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So when are we gonna do it?
All right. So eventually we're gonna get to doing. Look. By the end of the summer, these people we're gonna be watching you play your game and and we're gonna be able to stream it. So don't worry, y'all. That's one step at a time. But we're talking about the basics right now and basically what it is. So everything from we have our Roku TV right here, right? And on the Roku TV, it has Netflix, it has Disney, it has Amazon. Are you paying attention? No. Pay attention. All right. So it has Netflix, it has Amazon, it has all these different apps. So those were written by app developers. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the cool thing about a computer is that it's basically a giant calculator. Bless you. You need some tissue? Are you good?
Yeah.
All right, go get some tissue. All right, Moriah. So the cool thing about computer is that it's basically a giant calculator that you tell it what to do. Okay. At the end of the day, all of these programs and apps, they translate into these zeros and ones, right? So look at Daddy's arm. The tattoo Daddy has right here. And I'll tell you how that says code life, right? So all programs at the end of the day get turned into 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So and the 0 means off, and the 1 means on. And the
1 means off.
And that's called binary code. Binary because bi means 2, and I think what
Daddy?
2 unit. I think that's what unary, whatever. Anyway, it's a 2-unit system, huh? No. Okay. So all right. So 0 means off. That means no electricity is flowing through. Okay. And 1 means on, which means electricity is flowing through. Okay. So at the end of the day, All of these programs turn into zeros and ones. Okay, are you paying attention, Moriah?
Yeah.
What did I just say? Hmm. I love you. Pay attention. All right. So all this, everything you're seeing, everything on your Amazon Fire tablet, okay? Everything that's on the Oculus, everything that's on Daddy's phone, that had to be created by somebody. Somebody had to write that, just like how somebody had to write the story for any book you read, right? Somebody had to create the script for every TV show,
like my Jurassic World game.
Like your Jurassic World game, somebody had to make that. Okay,
like somebody has to add the things that was going to be on it, like the battles and stuff.
All of that, every single thing, all the way down to the 3D graphics for your T-Rex. Somebody had to actually draw that, and then somebody had to do what's called export it, and somebody had to do what's called import it into the code.
And wait, you know how my dinosaurs get stronger on a level and stuff?
Right. So
the
leveling system.
How did you had to do that?
So the leveling system, that's what's called an algorithm. I'm glad you asked. So all the mechanics of the game, okay, everything that makes the game work, all right. Somebody had to sit down. Somebody had to logically determine what are the conditions of the game. So for leveling up, okay, when you level up, each level has so many experience points, all right. So how those experience points are generated, I don't know, baby. You getting heavy. We're gonna sit you down right here. All right. So each one of these levels, let's say level 1, you need 1,000 experience points, and you get your experience points from feeding it and doing all the stuff that you do in the game. So once it goes, no, wait a minute, let me finish this part and then I'll ask, okay? And then you can ask, okay? So once you get to that 1,000 points in the game, the algorithm, which is the code that the programmer writes to tell the game when to level up, it trips a condition, and now you go to level 2. Now I'll say level 2. So now let's say level 2, you need 2,000 experience points instead of 1, because the algorithm, let's say the algorithm is level equals level times 1,000. So level 1 times 1 is 1,000. Level 2 times 1,000 is 2,000. Level 3 times 1, you see the pattern? That's an algorithm.
What about level 4?
It could be any arbitrary. It could be any arbitrary number. So we're just gonna say 1 in 1,000. Okay. So please, I need you to calm down. All right. So somebody had to think of that algorithm to put that in there for the levels, and that goes for everything. So in the battles, okay, when the dinosaur does a battle and he does an attack and it shows an animation, right, and they'll go like, oh, and like slash it and stuff like that, right? Calm down. All that has to be coded in. All right. So when I say coded, I mean somebody had to sit down and tell the computer how to interact with that. Okay. All right. So people need to quit calling me. So every aspect of the game, you have to create that. So the people who create that are called programmers. Okay. And you see Daddy's shirt, the JQ Solutions, Daddy's company. So we are software developers. So people come to us and they'll say like, hey, I want to write a game. And what we'll do is say, okay, well, give us the requirements of the game. How do you win? What's the objective? They give us all these different requirements. We then take those requirements and we turn those into what are called algorithms and functions and classes. We break it up into a way where it becomes mathematical. All right. Now, what language, just like how you can speak English, you can speak Spanish, you can speak French, computers also have languages. So computer languages would be something like C++, Python, which is what we're going to learn. JavaScript, Go, Rust. Those are languages that computers speak in order for you to write code, because you have to use a computer language in order to write the code. Okay, does that make sense? So we're going to use what's called the Python programming language. Okay, and this is going to allow us to create some programs that we'll be able to share and other people will be able to download, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? And these are going to be desktop apps. Now, Moriah, I think you had a question. Now, go ahead.
Well, I think the person that made the books and the movies were the scientists.
That's not a question. It's a statement.
And I have a question,
What's
too.
up?
You know the levels in my game when they go up and stuff? Well, how do you do that?
Are you talking about the actual animation where it fills up on the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, anything that moves in the game is called an animation, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what it is. So that I don't know the exact code what they coded in, but basically what they do, there's this thing called a game loop. Okay, so all games, the screen refreshes 60 times a second. It's so fast that you can't tell, and it looks like it's moving, when really it's really just a bunch of snapshots, a bunch of pictures that are flipping so fast that it looks like it's moving. Okay, so when certain events happen, you can trigger for the screen to animate in a certain way. So like as you get experience points, you get the experience points, and then it triggers what's called an event, and that event on the level bar goes up. It turns yellow proportional to how many experience points you got. So the more experience points you get, the more it'll fill up.
Mm-hmm. Right. And Daddy, well, you know how the level fills up and stuff? Well, mm-hmm. Why does it sometimes go slow or fast?
That's what I'm saying. So when I'm saying proportional to, what that means is the more experience points you get for something, the more it goes up. Mm-hmm. The less experience points you get for something, the slower it goes up. Also, every time you level up, it takes more and more to get to the next level. So level 1 requires less experience points than level 10. So to go from level 10 to level 11 is more experience points than it costs to go from level 3 to level 4.
So that's why it takes me so long from get to level 19 to level 20.
Yes, and everything that controls that is inside an algorithm. So when I say we're going to make an algorithm, I'm saying we're putting all of the logic together into such a way that we can package it up. So instead of having to calculate every time manually how to do a level, we can just put a level class, or something in there that will manage that for us. And that's what's the algorithm. So that's the level up algorithm.
So are you saying, wait, were you just saying before the bigger the more you get up to a level, the longer it has to take for you to get to another level, like level 19 to level 20? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And let me get my dry erase board. I'm gonna draw and illustrate it. Sit right here.
Dry erase board?
Yeah, I got a dry erase board.
You never told us?
Yeah, because then y'all would lose all my markers.
Oh, that's one. Yeah, I already saw that.
So that. All right, so check this out. All right. Man, I should erase this. Okay, I got something on this side. Thank you, Tay. I appreciate that. All right, so we have levels, right? So we got. Let me turn this around so everybody can see. All right.
Yep.
All right. So we got levels. Right. You can see here. There we go. All right. So we got level 1, okay, and then we got level 20, okay. To go from level 1 might only need 1,000 experience points, okay. But level 20, we get a different color here. Level 20 is probably going to need something like 30,000.
Oh.
Because the further up you go in levels, it requires more and more for you to get to the next level. So to get to level 2, you only needed 1,000, all right? But then on level 3, you might have needed, instead of 1,000, you need 1,200.
Or 6.
Level 3, you might need 2,500. You see, it gets more and more and more and more. So when you have your level counter, what is it, an octagon? Like this?
I think, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's your levels, right? Don't be like, you have level 19, right? So.
Or you could just write it 19.
It's okay. It's all good. So then we get another color. All right. Bet. So level 19. And you've been filled up, right here, right here, right here, right here. And now you're on this last little bit that needs to be filled up. It's going to take more and more. And then if you're only getting 100 experience points for feeding your people or whatever, then it gets slower and slower.
Hey, Daddy, well,
and let me finish this thought real quick. That is what's called a logarithmic scale, okay? So the leveling up algorithm is typically going to be something on the lines of an probably n log n, I would assume. Don't quote me on that, right? But you want to make, sorry, babe. You want to make levels something that gets harder over time, okay? Because you don't want it to be just as easy to get to level 20 as you want it to be to get to level 2. So you want to make an algorithm that the value of the actually that would probably be the time complexity. It would probably be the space complexity or the complexity. This would be the rate of that wouldn't be time complexity, but it would be you want the rate of growth for levels to be something around like n log n. So like as you get higher, as you get higher in levels, you need to look at the graph, Ethan. As you get higher in levels, it should take more and more and more to get. Does that make sense? Level 1 and level 20. You see how much different it is?
Mm-hmm.
Because as you get higher and higher, you want it to be harder and harder to get to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And that is an algorithm.
So if I was on level 1...
Dang, baby.
If I was on level 1...
Nah, you ain't bleeding.
If I was at level 1 and I wanted to go to level 2 and I did some I forgot what it's called. So if I do it, it'll be quicker. And I'll be almost to level 2.
Yeah, it requires more effort.
If I'm on level 19 and I'm going to level 20, it takes like a little bit.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna go on to the next topic now. But do you understand that somebody had to create that? A programmer had to type that in. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that stuff I'm gonna teach. I'm gonna teach you this summer so that you can write your own dinosaur games. And then when you're making the levels, you know how to think in order to make it so that the game's not too easy but not too hard. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because you wouldn't want to play a game that's just too easy, right? Because then it wouldn't be fun.
Mm-hmm. And guess what?
What?
Well, you know how I used to like get closer. Well, there was one thing that used to be so fast that I get closer, but now I don't know how to do this one because there's
I'm
like
talking about like the
money.
boosters. Yeah.
Like there's this money in this battle that I have to do, but I don't think I should do that. So that's why I never get and do like that.
Yeah. So
because I never done that.
So what you just described is something called in-app monetization, right? So what happened, I'll explain to you what happened. When you first got the game, they gave you these boosters. They gave you some for free. And what those boosters did was they help you level up faster, okay? But after you use those, my bad, baby. But after you use those, in order to get more, you have to pay for them with money.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like
these two bones hit each other and kind of hurt it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, you know the booster things. Well, there's this thing I have to do with money. I'm not saying that the boosters is money. I'm saying the thing I have to do to complete the mission. Like the mission tells me to do something that has to do with money. Like there's this battle, and to order to get into it, I have to get like maybe 2 money points. Like I have more money, but it's just I'm still worried if I do that, something like money will happen. Like it's only the game money.
Okay, you're saying it's the game money.
I have more game money
it's the
than
in-game
that.
money. I got what you're saying. Okay, but even that's still game economics, right? So my point is what I'm saying is when you are doing code development, app development, you're getting away from the point, which we're talking about coding. All right. What I'm saying is all of those elements have to be programmed into your game. So what I'm teaching you is how to do that so that you can make your own games. So you talked about game economics. So we got about game economics. And I feel like we're probably just going to end up making games this summer. All right,
so you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. We're talking about algorithms.
That's algorithms?
Yes. Okay. And then we're going to talk about visual. So it sounds like both of y'all want to do front end code because you want to work with the visuals. So we're going to do visuals. So we're going to do things like getting 3D graphics, 3D assets. So like when we make our dinosaur game for you, we're going to find some like 3D dinosaurs and then we'll be able to put them in the game.
Like the bosses in my dinosaur game?
Yeah.
But only I have to reach like level 27 to do a boss level.
Okay. I mean, however you want to do it, it's your game. You're going to be able to get it. So we got the visuals. We're going to do some 3D models. All right. And then we got to think about the audio too. Because, you know, the games have audio, music. So Aunt Tay wants to know if we're going to do JavaScript. Yeah, and we're going to use JavaScript because the Oculus actually has a really good web browser, and using the you okay?
Yep.
Okay. And using the XR, API, we can do VR and AR. So we'll do the backend in Python, and then we're gonna write the front end probably using Babylon JS. And I'll host it on a subdomain for jQuery Solutions. And if you have a 3D headset, you'll be able to do it in 3D. So I'm actually going to put a link. I'll put a link to what we're going to use. We're going to do, what is it? Babylon3D.com. Babylon JS.
Ready?
Yeah, BabylonJS.com.
Are we almost done?
We're almost done. We're about to wrap up real soon.
And when we're done,
Remember, we're on live, so don't be telling people our business stuff, what we about to do after stuff, because we don't want people stalking us and whatnot. Just like so. I put a link to Babylon JS in there, so that's what we're going to use to create the web game in JavaScript. And let me pull it up. Ethan Moriah. All right, so this is what we're going to be using to make our game. Okay, are you paying attention? So it's called Babylon JS, and yeah, exactly. It has a physics engine, so you can do water. We're going to be able to. You can make all sorts of games. It uses web GPU. But yes, we are still on camera. We're not finished yet. So the cool thing about the Oculus, like I said, it's got a really good GPU, and Babylon JS, uses the web GPU. You can get like some really, really, really awesome VR web development out of the Oculus. Just most people just don't know or just haven't taken the time to optimize the experience, and that's a big reason why the web is getting like bad names. People just aren't taking the time to optimize their stuff. But yeah, we're gonna make some VR dinosaur games and some VR. We want to do princess platformer.
Like princess or a unicorn.
Unicorn? Oh yeah, you did say unicorn. Okay, we might like a unicorn one.
And also, I want to do a Moana game too.
A Moana game?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if we got license issues with all that, but we can definitely like do like a clone or something. Okay. And so yeah. So I think what we're gonna do is
what?
We are going to learn front end development first. Right. We're going to make backends for the app for our games in Python. Okay. And yeah, Ethan and Moriah are going to make some games over the summer. Yeah. All right, cool.
Share games.
I think
the whole world.
Let's see how long we've been on for about 40 minutes. Yeah, I think 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes a day of code. And we can have people watch and ask questions to help out. I think everybody enjoyed this for real. I mean, y'all getting more comments on than I ever
love
did.
You, everybody.
Guess what? 9 people liked this, but I think only like 3 people are like over there.
Oh, that's the real time. It fluctuates ups and downs. Will code too? Heck yeah. Ooh, Tay, do you possibly want to get on like Google Meet or something and help code with them? Because you are a front end guru. Like help them on the visual thinking side better than I can in certain areas. That would be awesome. But anyway, let's think about it. We're ready to get some food. Wait a minute, baby, because we're about to sign off.
Okay.
I would love that. And we're left a unicorn idea. The kids have great ideas. Look, say thank you, Ross.
Thank you, Ross.
You got great ideas. Aunt Tay said that she loves your unicorn idea.
Oh, thank you.
All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. We definitely doing this again.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. That's so fun. And Daddy.